let's talk about the 14th Doctor. Wow, we've had our casting. It's surprising that it's dropped at the time it's dropped, because it was expected this was going to be, sort of put out into the world during the FA Cup final or during Eurovision, something like that. Regardless, I don't care, because we have the news finally. Ncuti Gatwa is going to be portraying the 14th Doctor, taking the reins over from Jodie Whittaker. Now, this was a direction that I thought was the most likely. There's this stigma that's kind of been attached to the character now, where it's almost been like an experiment of making the Doctor a woman, and due to the falling ratings, and which, I do put down mainly to the scripting. But regardless, I think there is this kind of generalized stigma in the media of one of the main faults at the reason why this has happened is due to the female casting. So I thought, right, they're probably going to play it safe and switch the character back to male again. However, if they do switch it back to male, if they switch it back to a white male, it'll break the progression. It'll break the inclusivity that they've been able to achieve by casting the Doctor as a woman. We've seen so many, young girls cosplaying the Doctor. They've been given a hero or a heroine, if you'd like, to become. And that's beautiful. That's such a great thing to have. So I thought, okay, if they're going to cast the Doctor as a male, surely it's going to have to be someone of colour, whether it be of African descent, whether it be of Asian descent. Either way, I think that's the route they were going down. They have gone down that route, and we have had Ncuti Gatwa, who is of Rwandan descent, but is also Scottish. And what I love about this is, okay, so first of all, the age. So he's 29 at the time of casting. He'll be 30 in October this year. Round about the same age as Peter Davison when he was cast. A little bit older than Matt Smith when he was cast. He was, a relative unknown actor. Far less so than Gatwa, because Gatwa is at least known for Sex Education, which is his kind of, main role that he's had in his career so far, playing Eric. I must admit, I haven't seen all of Sex Education. I've only seen little snips here and there. But from what I've seen, he has that energy, that flamboyance, that taste for fashion. In a lot of scenes, you can tell that his Doctor's costume is going to be really interesting. And could it be Colin Bakery in terms of flamboyance? Who knows? But I definitely think that, this is an actor who, if you throw like a doctorish costume on him, he'll absolutely pull it off and nail it. With the Eric character continuing, it's a show that's a massive show, and he is a vital part for why that show is successful. By playing a gay character in Sex Education, it links directly to Russell T Davies, of course. So a lot of people thought that perhaps it was going to be Amari Douglas taking over the role, who played Roscoe in It's a Sin. What a series, by the way. It's a Sin, and how it handled the gay way of life. And years, there were some fantastic characters in Years and Years that also displayed this. I think that by having Gatwa in the role, I think Davies will work well with him and understand him. Now, that isn't to say that they're going to do any kind of, gay storyline with the Doctor's romance, whether that's something Davies wants to do or not. Obviously, at the moment, we have the 13th Doctor and Yaz having their thing going on, so is that a thing that's going to open the door to doing something with the Doctor being, in a male-on-male romance? We don't really know at this point, but at least the kind of doors have been opened already historically, so that when the RTD2 era, as it were, comes into play, it's going to be kind of already in the audience mindset, both of the general audience and of the dedicated fandoms, for, further progression to be had. And it's just nice. It was sort of ingrained in the Whovian fandom. The Doctor needs to be a white male. And the fact we now have this progression is just beautiful. It's just great to have. And, this has been something that's been set up for years. We've had Time Lord or Gallifreyan characters change race, change gender when they've regenerated. The Master has gone from a white man to a man of Indian descent, Sacha Dhawan. We've had Missy as well, so going to Michelle Gomez, so a white woman, but also has a Scottish accent, and then we had Capaldi with a Scottish accent, and Sylvester McCoy was Scottish. Now Gatwa's Scottish. What accent is Gatwa going to use? Is he going to use his natural accent? Is he going to do something different, like what Tennant did? He shifted from Scottish, his natural Scottish, into English. We don't really know, but yeah, all these boundaries have been broken over years. It'll be interesting to see who they cast alongside him as his companion or companions. We don't really know at this point what they're going to do, but it's just exciting. He's got bags of potential. I know there were talks of if they're going to go big and they're going to go bold, they're going to get someone like a Michael Sheen, like a really, really cemented, popular, famous actor. It was wishful thinking, but I couldn't see it happening just because of his profile. I think that they've made the best decision because the interest in the show simply down to Davies being back is monumental. People are going to tune in regardless to just see the shift in the direction what Davies is going to bring to it. If you brought in a much higher profile actor into the fray, cool, but if you have like someone with potential to grow from the show rather than bring something to the show, as long as Davies handles it how he knows he can and how we know he can, because everything he's done since leaving Doctor Who has just been magical, then I think it's going to be better for the show and better for the character and better for the casting, because Gatwa is going to become a household name from this opportunity. I am excited. I'm very, very excited. I really must go and check out more of Ncuti Gatwa's work, give Sex Education a full watch through, maybe watch some interviews as well. From the little clips of interviews I've seen, he's got a good head on him. You know, he's got something about him that is alien, that is doctorish. You can tell in the way he talks. He's got this kind of reserved nature about him, while also having the ability to be bombastic and have a good laugh and be really humorous and funny. All the characteristics you want in a doctor, he's got already just from a few watches of clips. So yeah, that was my first reaction of the casting of Ncuti Gatwa as the 14th Doctor. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the casting. Who would you like to see as a companion or companions alongside him? And I am looking forward to seeing where we head. I'm really looking forward to it, so I'll see you then. Cheers.